Hi everybody, I'm back with episode 2 of my Applique Basics tutorial series, and today I'm going to show you how to prepare a patch using the basting method I mentioned last time. Oh, before I forget, which I did last time, I've made a playlist so you'll be able to find all the episodes together, and if you happen to just come in later, you can go back and see the previous episodes. All right. For basting, I use just a white cotton thread. The reason I use white as opposed to other colors is when you're going through the patches, sometimes the fibers are left behind, and if you use colored thread and then take it out later, you don't want to have to be picking out a color that shows up. So white is one of those good basics. Now, last time I showed you how to draw a chalk mark around your template, and I suggested using pinking shears to cut out your patch, and we also clipped into the indent like that. So today this is just preparing the patch. It's not actually putting anything on the background, it's just preparing our heart using basting thread. Oh, and I also recently realized that in other parts of the world things are called different than here in Canada and North America, and I believe it might be Australia, New Zealand, and maybe England. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if you'd call it differently. But I think basting is called tacking there, and I have a different definition of what a tack stitch is. Stitching on the same stitch over like 3 or 4 times in the same spot. That's what I think of as tacking. But if you call it tacking, I call it basting. It's all the same thing. And basically you're just holding the patch down in loose big stitches. All right, now you can start here or you can start here, but I think we will start here. So you fold over the seam allowance at the chalk mark that you drew, and with your basting thread on your needle, you just sew that seam allowance with not perfect stitches, not pretty stitches, just enough to hold it back to the back. Am I showing you that good enough? You just take a little bit of a stitch every time, I don't know, I do it maybe every 1/8 of an inch, every 1/4 of an inch, just enough to hold it to the back so that later when you blind stitch it to your background, this is already done for you. You don't have to worry about turning your seam allowance. It's pre-done. And I like taking this extra step in advance because needle turn is similar, but you do that actually as you're stitching. I've never personally been able to make pretty seams and edges with needle turn. I find if I pre-do it, which is why I came up with this idea for myself, if I pre-do it and take the time to baste it to the back, yeah, that work is done, and then I just have to fine-tune while I'm blind stitching. So let's just see. I'm still here. I'm just stitching. If I'm not listening to an audiobook or some well-loved show I've seen a million times while I'm stitching, I usually am quiet. Okay, now we're up to the point. And I will show you how to deal with that. All points are basically the same. Some are just pointier than others. So when you get to the point, you fold over at the point across, and if you have lots of seam allowance, clip it off so to reduce the bulk. So you've gone across the point like so, yes, and then you fold over the one side and go up to the point with your basting, and then fold over the other side and start up the other direction, and I will show you that on the back. Okay, so then we're gonna, now straight edges like the bottom of a heart like this is, you know, pretty simple and straightforward. You just, I don't even take close stitches on those parts. I don't know if you heard that, but that was Cole snorting. He's a funny cleaner. He snorts when he cleans himself. He snores when he sleeps. He's a funny cat. Yes, I'm talking about you. All right, we're already around to the other side. There. That's how you baste your patch to prepare it for applique. See? There's the other side. So eventually when we have more patches together, I will show you how to put them on your background and then stitch them on your background. But for today, we are just, yeah, I knew I wasn't looking up close enough. This isn't quite basted over far enough there. Oh well, we'll fine tune it when I actually do the applique. Okay, that's it for today. Simple. Next week we're going to do a different version of preparing your patches, and I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.